Okay, we are back, folks. Continuity's sake, we were just over here with that trooper and a massive number of people, and now we're going to go over here with this trooper and an equally massive number of people, including somebody with a line bike. Now, I know what you're thinking, folks. Is she going to wheel it through the box? No. Why? Because she's not stupid, that's why. Basically. Okay. Oh, lady's got La Dolce Vita, the sweet life on her jumper. It is a sweet life, guys, here at Horse Guards. It is, especially in the sunshine. Okay, so who's up next? Ta-da! Four people right in front, so we'll be a bit higher than usual for the moment. And when they get their bushy heads out of the way, we'll move in. There it is. Ta-da! We're in. Oh. Trooper said to him, get back. Now, I did say before, my favourite type of visitor, folks, are well-dressed, important types, ideally English, who believe they can march into the box. Are we going to see that in a moment with Madame Pink Hat on the left? What do we think? I mean, she's frightfully well dressed, so one would not be terribly inconvenienced to head into the box. In fact, that actually, being serious and sincere, is the best dressed lady of the day. Magnificent dress, to be honest. I always secretly hope it's going to be the best dressed. She did, bless her. She did walk into the box. However, the trooper gave her a moment to decide. Should I or should I not move back out of the box? Interesting start to part 2. Who's next?
È questo quello lì che è comparso sui no.
I hate when there are two at the same time and it's not possible to get any further back. It's kind of like which one is the interesting one. The traffic's really backed up actually. It's good that it's not one of the nervous horses. Titus is always super chill, so I expect that we're going to have any problems here. Oh, this French tourist walking straight into the box. And getting pulled out of the box, saved. Oh, actually, wait, she's not French, she's from the US. Obviously just been to France, got the cap, got the t-shirt.
No, non lo voglio, no, amore mio, non voglio che ti metti in imbarazzo.
She's back. In fact, she's really back, look.
Oddio.
The light at this end actually is superlative, folks, at this moment. So many people getting super pictures today because of the light. But most being really careful and avoiding getting over the white line. This is
Vabbè dai, stavo divertito però. Avere più gente che si fa le foto.
The two Italian guys there next to you have been standing here for a while, just filming everyone that comes up and waiting for something to go wrong. They're just tourists. But you might have noticed, guys, we've got a lot of US tourists in London. Big event coming up in London, something sporting, I don't know. Far more than usual. Had so many US and possibly Canadian accents, but I think primarily or overwhelmingly US accents. Oh, hold on a second, folks. The Lance Corporal is in his ceremonials. Look at that. Opening up the doors. What next? We're going to get the Garrison Sergeant Major opening up the boxes at this rate. Wow, looking splendid. That's kind of an unusual thing to see at this point of the day anyway. Now look, full ceremonials opening up the boxes. In other words, where is the orderly? Now, as we were at the other end for the changeover in part 1, instinctively I'm thinking this end for the changeover in this part 2. Actually, is that the actual bell? Actually, surely not. But then again, would they have opened the boxes 15 minutes early? Oh, he has. Maybe just because it's warm, actually, not because the changeover is about to happen. It is 1:45. I thought that was no way the hour gone already. That would have been crazy fast. I dare say they're going to be keeping on the thermometer. I would say it's probably, I don't know, 23, 24 right now. Feels more like 30 though in this sunshine. Or just wandering straight through the box. All of these tourists. Who's up next? The nervous ones are always more interesting. We haven't actually seen today is anybody asking or coming up with food. Nothing has been offered to the horse yet. Yeah, actually, if it were one of the nervous horses, that would be a bit of a problem because I don't know what's going on, but there's a complete, I don't know what you want to call it. Oh, someone else did the same thing as me. Look, getting a 360 with a little camera. Okay. Yeah, folks, I'm not imagining it. There are a lot of US tourists in central London today. I wonder why. I have no idea why, but I wonder. There's me literally standing in the centre of the pavement right now, which is probably not the smartest spot, but the more the people are standing back, the more I have to move back, I guess. Oh, that's quite an impressive ninja pose. Look at this guy. I expect him to fly through the air any moment. Wow. Fancy. Trooper's getting a bit red-faced. Temperature's definitely getting to him, but the horse seems completely fine. Oh, family come up with a saying, "I see his sword" to the kids. That points out the object. See the horse, see his sword, see the helmet. Damn, it's getting pretty hectic again. What on earth? What the? Like, did she not realise the horse is there or what? And then she does it again. Is she dumb or what? What the flip? Wait, and now she comes back in for a third one? This has got to be a joke. Somebody's got to be filming her, surely. What the hell was that? That was super odd, guys, no? Like, really odd. Like, one of our favourite tour groups, complete with guide, is just arriving. I'll try and speak to her if she comes this way, in fact, because I can't believe that was by accident. How could you make the same mistake twice? Very odd. Somebody was taking a picture of her when she did that, but it wasn't like for social media, it was like a reel or whatever. Now we've got annoyingly flipping music right behind us, which I think might well end up being a bit of an issue for the video. Let me move away. I'm not sure which, sounds like Jamaican reggae music maybe? I don't know. Gonna move away from that for a couple of minutes, guys, because it might well end up ruining the video somewhat. 1 minute. That was very odd though, the lady ended up in that position. Very curious. Oh, and another one. Oh, sorry, you're right. Yeah, another guy. Second we move over this end. Boom, get back behind the white line. Oh, surprise. Didn't take long, did it? If it was the lady in the overcoat, it was the guy in the blue t-shirt for a second. Now everyone's just kind of like arguing-ish at this end. It's always the second that we change position. Pigeons look chilling above the box. Flip me out, this guy got his dog there for as well. This end's pretty chocker, guys, to be quite honest. Look at it. Is it cheese? Fromage? He's real active today. Actually, the sheer number of people is like, whoa. Sounds like the line more at the other end though, actually, everyone, to be quite honest. Maybe we'll be back and forwards, I don't know, we'll see. Okay, some new visitors. Oh.
You know what?
Damn, Bruce had a meltdown because they gave Chris his picture. To be honest, we see it all the time, don't we? Just people pushing in. There's not really much discipline here among the tourists. Sponsored by Ferrari. You know what? Weirdly enough, folks, you wouldn't believe it, but the pigeon has actually done a poo on the horse's neck. And I'm not joking. 1 second, I'll show you. The pigeon, actually, look, if I zoom in pretty much centrally now, you'll see it. See that? That is bird poo down the horse's mane, going down the side. Horse is like, oh, don't show everyone. Wow, that's bad luck, isn't it? Poor horsey. The pigeon actually did a poo on him. That possibly, folks, obviously the guard would have noticed that, I would imagine, when it happened. It might well explain why sometimes they decide, just out of the blue, to pull the horse straight back. But yeah, look, neck, now he's stretched it out, is covered in pigeon poo. Poor horsey. Yuck, that is disgusting though. Sorry guys for the zoom, I don't really do that. I don't often do that, I rarely zoom in. But, wow. Let's take a still image of that as well, because that's actually something I've never seen here, curiously. A horse being covered in pigeons muck. Oh, here's the bloke that just told off the other guy for pushing him and getting into his picture. But he said you can't do that. I mean, he probably meant you shouldn't do that, but you know what? They just don't seem to care here. Oh yeah, I can see it really close. I don't know which horse it is, guys, but poor horse, he's covered. Look at it. Ugh. Yuck. That's unfortunate. Okay, in a minute we will relocate yet again. Extraordinary, the numbers. Oh wait, here comes the orderly. Ah, wait, so it's a different orderly. First it was the trooper, the gent trooper we saw. Now we've got one of our favourites. Look, this lady trooper. I'm going to move myself back in a second. 1 minute, guys. Briefly tempted actually to go into the yard. Actually, let's make a move from this spot. It'll be easier to decide where is best to go. A huge Chinese group just turned up here, which kind of leads me to believe it might be smarter to stay at the front. We'll see. It's a spammer world today. It's just heard the trooper shouting at everybody here in the centre. Let's get behind the bollards. Now, the problem is it's absolutely packed, so I think I'm going to go into the yard.
Get back behind the bollards!
Yeah, he's telling everybody to get back. Anybody at the front, that's in front of the bollards. What I'm going to do, folks, is wait for anyone else to move and head into the yard. This is just a little bit too, a little bit too active at the front. Yeah, few are going into the yard. It's going to be easier to head into the yard, people, I think. It's really, 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 really chocker at the front. And if everyone's going to be pushed back in that way, it'll be easier to not get squashed into it. Okay, so we are in the yard. I'm hoping not too early. Wait, I didn't even look at what time it is. 3-4 minutes, something like that, roughly. Interesting that the trooper's doing it. Actually, you know what? Damn it, I'm not going to stay in the yard, guys. For the first time ever, I've decided to change my mind. 1 second. And go back to the front. Yeah, I know I'm a fool, but hey. Better to be decisive. Sorry, guys. Thank you. Yeah, we're too early. We've got another 4 to 5 minutes. So let's head to this end. Let's see if there's a spot. Sorry if you were hoping for the dismount, everybody. It's good to see the mounted sentry actually being that on it in terms of keeping the front clear, helping his colleague. I just didn't realise that we were this early.
Go over a little bit. Over to this side. Come over. No, come over.
She's scared of the horse.
I know.
She's really scared of the horse.
Go. Quick.
This horse is pretty chill. This one shouldn't bite her.
Yeah, this side is pretty chill. Is it?
Yeah, I promise. No, I wouldn't do it to you.
I wouldn't trust that.
Wait. If that bro is not in the guards, he should be. That's actually pretty funny. She was really, really, really scared. Interesting, actually. I wonder if it's because of that Chinese group, why the troop at the other one was really, 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 really shouting at everybody to get behind I'm not seeing like a major crowd issue at the front here, to be honest. And I still would have preferred to be at the other end. So maybe, depending on which troopers come into the two boxes, we'll relocate. Oh, there's another one that's a little bit scared. Who's that? Oh. Oh, actually, wait. I'm not going to zoom in, but we've got people up in London District who. Actually, you know what? I am going to film him. Zoom in. Why? Because we're in a public place. Look. I wonder if they're filming me. Could be. No idea. If they are, they are. I mean, I'm in a public place, and I am happy to be filmed. Oh. That's curious. Yeah, they're definitely filming into this box or through this box. Three, two, one sausages. I don't think it's somebody actually sitting out there actively filming what's happening at the front. The reason I'm doubtful of that is the fact that they're holding the device in their hands. They'd have more high-tech kit, I think, on a tripod mounted. Okay, police are losing their patience with people that are just flooding out and walking in front of the bollards. Guard change has actually already started and people are just flooding themselves out. Oops. Wait, what? There's some guy that's stuck himself behind the gate in the corner. What's that? Look. I'm surprised that he's allowed in that spot. He's directly behind the officer. That's actually got a good spot though, to be fair. It's almost like a little private jail. Definitely can't be trampled by the horse. Oh. It's the guy that I said should be a guard if he's not a guard. Okay, this trooper is definitely ready, folks. He's brave, I can tell you that. Flipping hell. Okay, so new trooper in the box far end, and another trooper in the box this end. Okay, good. So we will have seen 6 different troopers on very likely 6 different mounts during the course of today's videos. Always a tough one actually now to decide which end is better to be at. Very tough one. Okay. Last corporal of horse. Lots and lots and lots of medals. Which beautiful horse is this? Now I'm actually seriously thinking Q10 Opera. It's got to be Q10, folk. Oh my god, I'm just about to pull out the camera and then it's Q10. I guess decides it. Let's get ourselves a lovely Q10 picture, ladies and gents, before chaos reigns and a million tourists flood out from the yard. 100% is Q10. He's sticking his tongue out annoyingly. Now, I know what you're all thinking, and I'm thinking it as well. will he make it through his entire shift? If he does, this video will end up being an hour and a half long. But you know what? I've got the stamina for it. Let's see if Q10 does. I don't think we've actually ever seen him complete a shift, so this might be a first. I've got some super pictures with him looking at the camera. Tori's already getting their pictures, and he's barely even taken the horses back. Let's hope the battery lasts on the phone, guys. It's very, very hot. I think it should be alright, but we'll see. Oh! Spontaneous round of applause in the yard. Look at that. Tori's like, yeah! Wow. I was not expecting that actually at all. However, we have a few times had that before, haven't we? It's not the first time we've had a round of applause. The other thing is we've got a super spot here in front of Mr. 10, so I think that for the moment, yeah, we'll stay put, guys. Plus, no one else at the moment has recognised which horse it is. And this is some people have started dropping the horse names into their videos. I wonder where they got those from. Okay, so there are a lot of people coming out the yard now. Obviously, they're going to start forming up around the box. Now, we know that Q10 is completely fine when the rear doors are open. But the second that they get closed, which I'm sure they will do shortly, he tends to be a little bit skittish. Will that be the case today? No idea. Let's find out. Okay, they stopped filming up in the window. They're still there, but they stopped filming, so I'm guessing they were just filming perhaps a colleague or somebody for the changeover and dismount in the yard. I think that's what they were filming as opposed to moi. At the end of the day, I'm of no consequence either way, so I don't think anybody will want to film me. Right, let's see what's going to happen here. Oh, flipping out, put her hair right in the camera. Choked actually by the oud. No idea what she's trying to do. Angry horse. He's angry because you're getting in his face. That's what's funny about an angry horse. Oh, hold on a second. The trumpeter's leaving, guys. The grey. That now makes sense, actually. Yeah, we missed it. Never mind. It is what it is. There's no one running through this crowd to try and catch it. Yeah, that was the grey, the trumpeter on the grey. So it's a long guard. That explains why the Lance Corporal of Horse was still in his ceremonials. No point in getting out of them, only to have to get redressed into them, I guess. Yeah, this end is really, really, really busy at the moment. So let's see how this part 2 transpires. People sort of edging themselves around the box and stuff. The thing is, we know that Q10 is more than capable of keeping the box clear. That's a real pleasant surprise to see him back today. Which also means obviously he'll be out on duty this weekend at different points. Now tourists are in the corner of the box. This lady is in purple, violet, whatever colour it is, mauve. Damn, I'm so glad I put SPF 50 on, folks. My neck is like a little piece of bacon. Oh, there's another one. Look at that. March straight in to try and touch the horse behind the white line. Wow. Nice example for the kid, eh? Just march straight in. This one's in the box as well. Wow. I think we've got an active 30 minutes coming up, ladies and gents. Or longer, possibly, depending if the battery lasts. She's now carefully walking around the edge to avoid getting shouted at for a second time. back to me being the invisible camera, I think, today, people. They're all heading in front of it without even realising that it's there, curiously enough. Oh, wait, this is the bro that put himself in a little jail behind the officer. Oh, another one in the box, look. No idea why the trooper isn't telling her to shift it. I mean, she's clearly in the box. I mean, I don't think there's much doubt about that. Oh. And he does the same thing and gets told to get behind the line. I don't understand. It's like is there enforcement or not? This guy's got to be from LA. It's like I watched 2 hours of you guys. If he comes over while telling me he's in today's video, he looks like a funny guy. Oh well, what a super nice guy, folks. Eh? Thank you and have a great day. What a gent. Oh, he's delighted. He's like, can't believe we made it, he's saying to the trooper now. Fantastic, eh? That was a lovely thing to see. What a nice guy. That's the best way to do it if you're a US tourist, I guess. Like, polite, respectful, humorous, light-hearted, and most importantly, showing gratitude. I think even Q10 liked him. Flipping, this bro's been here for like 2 hours. I mean, so have I, but I mean, he's been here just like in and out the videos. He's obviously having a good day. Now, luckily, traffic. Oh, there it is again. There's no traffic. In other words, it's not blocked up behind us. And most importantly of all, the doors are open on the box, and maybe he's going to be alright. Maybe he'll be super chill. Okay, I think we've got a horse whisperer just turned up. She's deciding whether she's going to go in the box or not. I'll come back to that if she does. Oh, another one that's nervous. Come on, guys, we know Q10's a big softie. I don't think we've actually ever seen him bite anyone, have we? Not that I remember anyway. Hoping that this video will show that he can do an entire shift. The lady in the white jacket just came over and stood right in front of him. He was there first. He's like, Madame? But how do you know she speaks French? I mean, possibly because he is Monsieur Magnifique, as it says on his jumper. Monsieur Marvelous. Oh wait, actually no, we've got quite a few Frenchies here. That enthusiasm was so lovely, actually, wasn't it, guys? But on the part of the US tourist. What a stand-up guy. Hello. It's got like a I'm not going to put the thing down because the kids have a massive pram. That she just stopped right in front of the box here. And there's lots of kind of slapped-looking British faces, like mine, folks. Got a bit red in the sunshine. It's pretty intense. The sunshine is actually pretty hot this afternoon. We're not at sort of peak slapped faces period yet. That's July, August. But we're getting there. Okay, who's up next? Will it be these ladies from China? Or someone else? Ta-da! 1, 2, 3. Oh! This lady, look, bowing to the horse. Japanese tourist. Very lovely thing to see. That's pretty sweet, folks, in all honesty. Japanese levels of respect are a thing to behold, a wonder, in all honesty. And the horse is intentionally and intently looking at her. What a lovely lady, folks, eh? Meanwhile, these two on the right decided to march into the box while she was busy being respectful. Another Japanese. Actually, no, this lady's not Japanese. I thought she's with the one that just came over, but she's not. She's with someone else. Extraordinary, actually, to see people. The differences in approach culturally between those that just march over, like they're related to the king and they own part of the horse, and those that are very, very respectful here. At least Q10's got some nice visitors today. This bro straight in the box. Now he's behind it. Damn, that was a slick move. Who's next? Oh, sorry, I did want to because someone behind me.
This guy, what is it?
It's, I mean, hold it for. It's like really light. The whole lot is super light.
Oh yeah.
Carbon pole.
Where'd you get it? Amazon or?
Probably it's a long time ago. I don't remember, but yeah, it
I'm just gonna
wasn't
search it quickly.
wasn't expensive. Is there a name on it or brand?
Ulanzi.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, Lanzi's this. That's the separate.
Oh,
that's a little
okay, so
like
this guy
quick
is-
release clip.
Mohem.
This is Hohem, the gimbal. That's a clip. This is a separate piece, and then that's another piece.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah, it's all different bits put together.
Okay, well I got the name of it. So
Yeah?
look it up. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
good luck. Okay, please having a little look. Checking everything's alright. This office is always amazing, not only with the troopers, but with the horses. Ex-military man himself. He gets it. Yeah, a lot of people do ask about the pole actually, because I'm the only person that is completely mobile in the sense that I don't ever plonk anything on the ground, like a pole or whatever. Now, I'm just wondering, hold on. Obviously the key thing is to get the whole of Q10's shift, but at the same time, I'm wondering, looking at the other end, there are quite a lot of people outside the other box. And if we should move, whether it's too risky, because I've got such a good spot here. To be honest, folks. As you can tell, the trooper's in a pretty good mood, this trooper. The horse is not, though. Oh, that lady's saying she didn't want to be in everyone else's videos. What? I mean, hello. Welcome to Central London. Who's next? Plus, guys, and an hour with Q10, I mean. Actually, wait, that said, hold on. How much longer is left of his shift? Oh my gosh, that is 17 minutes past the hour. Got 43 minutes left. No one who's getting a little bit like, Bro, casual jacket slung over his shoulder. It's such a shame that I can't film with a 360-degree view continuously, folks, because the amount of stuff. Some of it's actually kind of funny and cute that goes on behind. Okay, I am actually, guys, going to go to the other room for a bit. If Q10 quits now, then I'm not standing there. Then I'm going to cry. Plus, I don't like standing in the same place for a super long amount of time. It just feels weird. Okay, so we are at this end with the different tourists. Again, super. Oh, he's back on the left. Super light at this end. Like fantastic light. Actually, maybe if I spend like 15-20 minutes at this end, possibly, we'll see. And then finish with Q10 at the other end. If he makes it to the end of his shift. You can see they've left the doors open on both the boxes. That's how warm it is here today. They would have done that after checking the temperature in the yard. I haven't looked at it yet. I don't want to kind of stick my nose in as they've pushed it pretty much against the wall. So we had Hulk Hogan earlier, we've now got Hulk Brogan on the left, look, this bro. Now, horse-wise, folks, I have no clue. So yet again, I will defer to all of you in the comments. Would have been lovely to see opera and Q10 out at the same time, but we're not that lucky, I don't think. Well, I really flipping hope this is an opera. So I'll leave it to all of you. And both the troopers have pushed the horses a teeny bit back so that they're out of the sunlight. Oh, look at her smile. She's overjoyed at getting some horsey FaceTime. Fantastic, though. Wow, she loved that. In fact, that horse as well being a good boy, I hope, or girl. Un poco más. I forgot what that means again. Like a little bit. Or just a little. Does it mean just a little? Un poco más. There's wretched pigeons still up there, in fact. Let's hope they don't poo on this horse as well. Look. Surprised they haven't put the little spikes there so they can't settle, because I dare say often the horses go back in after their shift covered in pigeons' droppings, which can't be a particularly pleasant thing to clean off. Okay, place out again. It's hectic at the front. A lot of people just kind of moving around on motion here today. But probably, guys, considering it has been a very, very, very busy morning, especially in part one, my goodness. People are being like really well behaved, though, apart from a couple of couple of stupid incidents, overwhelmingly. Been pretty wholesome, very wholesome morning. Again, US tourism. We've got so many Americans in London, folks. She's scared on the left. So once quickly moves us that way, she's going to run. Actually, wait. They're not American. These two on the right. Please are telling the tourists actually that since the white lines were added, people are staying. It's true actually. Troopers looking. Oh. Get behind the white line. Oopsie. It wasn't perfectly in frame, guys, but we can't always get it every single time spot on. Alas. Oh, wait, she's back for another try. Actually, wait. She's in the box. Get ready for it. Or not. A bit random there, like at the other end. I thought she told me to feed him. With what? A handbag. I recognise quite a few people we've seen at the other end or earlier in the day coming back now, reappearing in part 2. Maybe they never left, maybe they were just sort of people watching here all this time. Oh. Why would you dress your kid in a flipping scarf and woolly hat when it's 25 degrees? Very odd. Okay, back to Mr. 10, folks, at the other end. That end kind of was busy and now cleared. This end is busy again. And the end I've just left is getting cleared. It's very curious. Here we come. Oopsie. Polish speaking, actually the two ladies on the left. Actually the whole group, these two look on the left, all Polish. In fact, the doors are on chains, folks. They're attached to chains, so they can't blow shut behind Q10. Looks like they're about to close, but they're not. That's as far as they'll go. It's a bit breezy here. That's why the doors have pulled themselves back, sort of semi-closed position. Q10 is still challenging me. Are you going to cover my whole shift? I might. Oh, more of the Polish group. And yet another flipping massive amount of people just turned up. Look in the centre here. Look at them all. Pretty much non-stop today, folks. Oh, another one walks into the box. Kind of. I guess that's why the trooper's not really shouting. Plus, he's closer to space than he is to Earth on that horse. Oh, they're all coming out of the gate and they're all like, ooh, like open-mouthed. I'm thinking that most of this massive group that just came out actually are likely to come over now at some point.
Yeah, just in a bit to the left. Bit more, bit more. Over.
Q10's almost begging the Victorious to touch him, look. Oh, wait, back the other end. Oh, the sweet yawn. Still surprising, folks, that we still haven't yet seen the horses being watered. I did check back, and the first time it happened last year was in June, so I guess it's coming up soon.
And they're making it fairly plain, but still people do.
We're exactly halfway through Q10's shift, which means the video will run to 1 hour and 21 minutes. Wow, it's quite a long video.
This is the horse guards. If you look at his helmet, that is what form of the police helmet. So if you see a policeman, you'll see it's the same thing but in blue. Oh, here's an idiot kid. Stupid kid. Probably French. You know what I'm saying.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying. You're all with me.
It's a lot less, though. Far fewer people are.
I know now.
Luckily.
Less stupid now.
The trouble is, the ones that are being stupid are being much more stupid than they were before.
This is the balance. Yeah, the really stupid. Yeah. Good. Something you're going to see when you see the.
Except the horse doesn't mistake
London, you're going to see more of
her
these guys.
trousers for a flag.
Is right around his mouth. It's called a coke chain, and it's their safety belt. Because if it goes under the neck, you grab him, you can break his neck. Here, it will just come off.
It's a tour guide I was talking to behind, folks. He's now busy
Horses are usually 3 or 4 years old. They're trained around Windsor.
Talking with
Not
the
even
group.
around Windsor or Ascot, and they're brought here. Fairly tame. However,
Oh, look, Q10 is a big softie.
the horses were down in Buckingham Palace and they bolted. They got frightened by some builders, some noisy work, and they took off around through the streets of London. Not with the riders on them. They literally took off and they charged all the way to the town before they got stopped. Yeah, it was like the apocalypse, you know. You okay, sir? We're just moving. That's all. Just moving out of the way. That's all. That's all. You got you. Just the one? That's all I need. That's all you need. Okay, we'll move on.
He's a good guy, that tour guide.
Should I give you some more?
Oh wait, the tourist is saying should I give him some water to the horse, that is. I'm not sure. I don't think we've ever actually seen that, have we, guys? One of the tourists trying to offer water to the horse. I'm not sure what the response would be. I guess it wouldn't be positive because in order to be able to do that, somebody would need to enter the box, so inherently it's going to be problematic. How odd though, after a few weeks of multiple attempts and successful donations in the troopers' boots, I don't think there's been a single attempt this past week. There was one last week which we caught. There was a lady yesterday who wanted to give the carrot. I think it was yesterday. Another one straight in the box. But I'm thinking the trooper isn't a fan of ending up on video screaming at people. Fair enough. This is his right, I guess. Oh, yeah, probably don't want Brazilians again. Yeah, I definitely need to retire to Brazil. Brazil or Sweden. I do get it, folks. I know a lot of you might be like, oh, you know, but it's his job to shout or whatever. It's actually not. His job is to be a mounted sentry. Now, that might involve shouting if he feels like it. He's under no direct orders to do so. So I can understand why sometimes the troopers pause and he definitely looked at the few cameras that were here and decided not to shout. Fair's fair. You can't hold it against them. Okay, now this end's got clear again, and the other end's got busy again. Like, what? I don't understand how this works. I'll move back again in a minute, folks, and then we will hopefully finish up with Mr. 10, completing his entire 1 hour, all captured in a single video, if the battery lasts. And I think it was about 25 minutes left until he should be done. He's getting restless, look, tail clopping a little bit. Actually a smart person putting the pram in exactly the right safe spot and cautiously putting themselves between the pram and the horse. Amazing how many people do it the other way around. Put the pram between themselves and the horse. There we are, perfect picture. To be honest, folks, this has probably been the most consistent day weather-wise of the year so far. It really is perfect, and has been since we switched on the camera for part 1. Oh wow, look at this. This is the Chinese John Travolta. Yeah, it could be, guys. In which case, we're going to assume that he's actually one Travolta, not John Travolta. What is this? Everyone's blowing a kiss at him now. What is she doing? Honestly, folks, you can. I don't need to tell you. You can kind of surmise. You can imagine what the troopers think about a lot of what they see here when they sit on the horse, especially the more peculiar of the tourist interactions that involve like silly gestures. But they don't resent it. Why? Because humour is good for us all. And if they might not laugh on the horse, they definitely have a good laugh back in the stable area. And to be honest, where else are you going to find as much inadvertent stupidity among complete strangers as here? Okay, here comes the chief. Can't see if it's the corporal or lance corporal. Oh, and it could be staff corporal. We've seen it all this week. We've had 2 chevrons, 3 chevrons, and even 4 chevrons. It is the corporal of horse, I believe. Complete obviously with tourists that didn't want to wait for her photo op, and she just marched straight over. Good to see him checking on the trooper and the horse there. Oh, look at that. That was a scratch from Q10's nose. How cute is that? Okay, Blondie's back. Goldilocks. Q10's head is spending the majority of the time down in the corner, is it not? On one side or the other. Okay, Bro's just been to Loro Piano to buy his entire outfit, even the shoes, in fact. All of it's Loro Piano, I think. Look. Okay, it's the partner of Goldilocks. I think the Aussies. Okay, who's up next? Oh, they're screaming and shouting behind us. Ta-da! Police smartly heading for the shade. In fact, I can't blame the guys. It really is a bit of a stonker here. Oh, here we go. I mean, he's right in the box, folks. But again, the trooper's choosing not to say anything. I do think, honestly, if no one were filming, and it's not just me, there are a few people here. If no one were filming, he would tell them, because he used to all the time. But then, for whatever reason, decided not to. Why? I don't know. That's his at his discretion, I guess. The lady there's, I think, been in about 6 or 7 different shots. We've definitely caught her a number of times in fact, in today's videos. I think this constant stream we've got today, and it's very constant and consistent, is because we've now had everything return to normal, except of course the foot guards, who are not returning. This is actually not a bad spot, folks, capturing traffic in at the yard. I do want to make it to the end of Q10 shift, just to have a record of him having completed an entire shift, and you will likely be watching this video on a Saturday or a Sunday. It certainly won't probably won't get published today. So very, 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 very chill morning on the whole. Not a lot of stupidity at all, which is rare for this place.
Well, right, either side is fine.
But yeah, everything's back to normal in terms of access. Now we've got exactly 20 minutes until Q10 is due to finish. This horse doing his best on one face, completely staring at the camera. Rapido. Okay, now it's really clearing a lot. We should be able to get, hopefully, most of the boxes at either end between now and the end of the shift. This is the US students, the discussion. First comment out the gate was, what a job. But at least they then said, you can see the horses are well taken care of, which we know to be true. Well, actually, yeah, the horse was posing for her. Shouldn't even realise. It's like they're turning up at the other end again now. One minute is busy, next minute is dead. Still a hell of a lot of sneezing going on as well. Milwaukee Bucks. Is it, folks? American football team or baseball or what? Damn, how is she not hot? What the hell? Actually, folks, I'm not going to run this video over. What I am going to do is finish it shortly before the usual time, and then finish the rest of Q10 shift in a separate video. Because if he quits, then I can join it together. If he doesn't quit, we haven't missed it. Good logic, then. Let's see. That's what I'm thinking now. That might be a smart option. And there's so many insects today landing all on my arms. Oh, okay, it's definitely Dutch. What the flip? He's walking straight in the box. It's a huge Chinese, I don't know, school student tour group, whatever. The teacher has told them to stay out the box. Plus we don't want them to get squished by the horse, do we? So last few tourists. Oh. Awkward. And they're going, some of them are going way too close. That's actually the 1:45 bell. So the little addendum I'm going to shoot after this, which might or might not get joined on, folks, will be a very short one. I'm just worried about the battery, so at least I can check it. Otherwise we'll lose this entire video if the battery runs out before I save the file. I only had that once before and damn, it's annoying. So these will be our last few lucky tourists in this part 2. To be honest, as they've left the doors open, he seems very settled. I think Q10's going to make it. I really do. Super summer vibes here this afternoon, guys. Just a huge amount of people. This end and the other end now, it's really busy yet again. That's the worst thing about the sun months, actually. You could actually, in theory, film like 4 or 5 videos in a day. Not that I would ever do that. Those days are long behind me. Ta-da. Yeah, the Chinese teachers are being really good, actually. Every single person that goes 1 foot over, they're grabbing them straight away and pulling them back. Good thing to see, in all honesty. And these likely will be our last 2. Or maybe not. See another one in the box. He on the right is our last tourist, guys, in this part 2, and I will be back as ever super soon, possibly in just a second if the last 15 minutes gets joined onto this video. If not, back soon, guys. Bye for now.